Hello everyone. In this tutorial video, I will explain polymorphism in Java. So basically, this is the ability to do something in many forms. But before that, please support my channel by clicking on the subscribe button and hit also the notification bell so that you will be notified with all the new videos that I'm going to upload in this channel. And so, like I said a while ago, polymorphism means many forms. From the word poly, it means many, and morph means form. So, something like many forms. So, in real life, we can say that there is a person who is a father and at the same time an employee. So, when that person is in his house, so he behaved as a father. Okay, so his tasks at home are different from the office. Okay, so inside the house, he is a father. So he do something, so he do his job or task as a father. So there are many things that he can do inside his home. And so when he is outside his home or house, for example, he is now in his office as an employee, so he behaves differently there in his office, wherein he do his job differently. He is doing tasks differently, so he behaves differently, but the same person. Okay, so in real life, it is something like that. Now in Java programming, we can achieve polymorphism. That means the ability to do something in many forms. We can achieve that in Java programming by overloading and overriding method. But here I will not discuss about overriding. I will just discuss here overloading method. Overriding method, I will discuss it in another video, so you have to watch that. So in here, like I said, I will discuss overloading method to achieve polymorphism in Java. And so what is this overloading method? Overloading method means you have multiple methods. So it means more than one. It has the same name. Okay, but it has different parameters, or the types of each parameter, the data type of each parameter are different. So that is what we call overloading method. And this method is inside a class, a Java class. So let's put this into action. So I have here a Java main class, and so the name is main class, and I have another one that is the Java class. So the name of that class is class 1. So let's have what we call overloading method. Like I said, overloading method is a method or more than one method with the same name. So we will create a method, more than one method. So let's create two methods with the same name. Okay, so for example here, let's call it public. Let's say it can return a value. Let's say int. Let's say let's have add numbers. So in here, it has int A, int B. So I'm just going to make it simple. I will not be using getters and setters. So I will not be using attributes or fields or properties, but later we can do that. Okay, you can also do that. So I'll make it simple. So something like this, so that you will understand the concept of polymorphism. So basically, I have a method here that can return an integer value. I will just add these two parameters here. I will just return and add these two parameters here. So return A plus B. So this method will just simply return the sum of these two parameters here, or two parameters here, A plus B. That is what it is doing. And then I will have another one. It's the same name. It's the same name, method name, but this time it can add 3 numbers this time. Okay, so you see the difference. The same name, but it behaves differently. So here, we have here 2 numbers to add. Here, it has 3 numbers to add, but the same name. So this is what we call polymorphism, or simply, we achieve polymorphism by overloading method. So the same name, but it has different parameters. Okay, so how do we have that one? How do we test it now here? Okay, so I'm going to create an object because we put those in a class. So let's create an object. So let's say class 1, obj1 is equal to new class 1. Okay, so I have an object, object1 or obj1 from class 1. Okay, so we created out of using the class 1. So I'm going to execute now, or I'm going to call now the method, the first method. So I'm just going to say here, I'm going to print directly the return value. So I'm going to say here obj1 that add numbers, and I'm going to use the first method. So there you go. So it's like this. Okay, so I'm going to run now, and as you can see, it added, we have this output, it added those 2 numbers. Java knows this. It knows that it will use this one instead of this one because we have 2 the same method. How did Java know about it? Because of our signatures here. These are what we call signatures. The signature here is that we have 2 parameters, while here we have 3 parameters. And so here in the main program, I call the method add numbers, but I use this signature, 2 parameters or arguments here. So it will use the 2 parameters here. Okay, it will not use this one because it has 3 parameters. So as simple as that. Okay, so this is what we call overloading method. Okay, so we are now practicing polymorphism. So this is actually polymorphism. And so I'm going to use the second method. So the second method will be something like this. Okay, so Java will know that I'm going to use the second method because I have 3 arguments. And so I should have 60 here. And so when I run it, I have here 60. So as simple as that. Okay, another one will be, let's say public, let's say this time double, still the same. I will just copy this so that it will be a little bit faster. This one here. So this time it is double, and so therefore this one I'm going to change it to double as well, the data types. There you go. So you see, this one is considered also overloading method because this time we use different data types. We have the same number of parameters here, 3, also here 3, but we use double here, and so they are different. They are different from here. These are int, these are double. So this is a different signature, so it is considered overloading method. Even if I will do this one as int, there is no problem because still we have here double, and double, it's not exactly the same with this. Okay, wherein here we use int, and int, but here we use int, double, and double. So still it's considered as overloading method. Okay, and so it is not considered overloading method if you say like this again. Okay, for instance, even if you change this one to, let's say, x, y, z, still this is wrong. This is error. As you can see, int, int here for the second method, but here in the third method you have int, int, int. So it's the same. Okay, even though they have different variable name. So variable name are not considered signature. So the signatures here are the return type, the data type here. Okay, I hope you understand that one. And so to make it different, let's make it, let's say, double here. You see? So I'm going to change this to, let's say, because I changed XYZ, so let's change this to XYZ as well. There you go. So you see, here they are the same, int, int. Here in the third method, int and int, but this one is the different, double, int. So even if only one difference, still it's considered overloading method. And the return type is double. So as you can see there. So let's try to test that. So the first one, the third method, no? So here. So the first one will be double. So I'm going to say here like this. The second one is like this. So the third one is int. So second and third are int. And so let's try to run it. And there you go. The return value is double. So that's why we have here 60.0. So as simple as that. Okay, so this is polymorphism by overloading method. So again, the rule is that overloading method should have the same name. There is a method with the same name or multiple methods with the same name, but they have different parameters, and the parameters have different data type, just like this here. Okay, so again, you can place here, no? In this class, you can place here your encapsulated attributes. You can also place here getters and setters, but we just did not do it here, no? So to make it more simple. So you are not limited to what you can do here. So along with those that I mentioned a while ago, you can also put something like this. Okay, so this is what we call polymorphism. I hope you have learned something new about Java programming, and that is polymorphism using overloading method. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.